Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. If you're a Habs fan like I am and the panel, subscribe and ring the bell, leave a comment, and give a thumbs up if you like the video. Hey everybody, we have big news today, man. Wow. I don't know what it is with them releasing news before I go on a live stream, but so about a half hour before my live stream, they announced that first I'll show it to you guys like this, and then I'm going to bring the boys in. So the first thing I saw, and this was all sent to me by my good friend Jeff, and he sent me, I think it was this one first. So there's no word on Habs' final protection list, but multiple sources say Canadians at least discussed the idea of Carey Price waiving his no-move clause for exposure in Seattle Kraken expansion draft over the last 24 hours. We'll see when the lists are revealed on Sunday. And that goes along with this. This is by NHL Habs. And the other one, I think, was Frank Saravalli. So report, Bergevin asked Price to waive his no-movement clause. Now, this wasn't confirmed. And is it true? Okay, so then All About Habs puts out from Pierre LeBrun, hearing that Carey Price has waived his no-move for purpose of exposure in the expansion draft so that the Habs could protect Jake Allen in the expansion draft. The thought is that Seattle wouldn't want to pick up the rest of Price's hefty contract, but I guess we'll see. And then TSN announces Montreal Canadiens goaltender Carey Price has waived his no-movement clause for the expansion draft. So it went really quick from maybe it's a bet to he's done it, and so we're going to talk about it. As I'm going to introduce everybody, I see we're missing somebody. I'm going to bring in line here first from The Rock. Hey, Delaney, how's it going? Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
From the other end of the country, from the island of Victoria, we got Peter.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Peter. And then missing is, he'll come in when he gets in here, is Mr. Jeff. I am going to switch myself with Jeff because I am feeling like I'm a bottom these days. I don't know. All right. No, just forget I said that. Let's say hi to everybody that's in the room. Let's see. Brian, Ethan, Gabriel, Harry. Hey, Harry Rice. Hope you're feeling better. I saw something about it on Twitter. You weren't feeling well. Derek, Bob Cannon, Shamir is in the room. John, Franco, RPM, Joe Habs, Brad. Hey, Brad. All right. So we got the news about Carey Price. That's kind of big. Carey Price has waived his no-movement clause. That means that it looks like they're going to protect Jake Allen. It'll backfire if Seattle takes Price. This whole thing backfires. What do you guys think on that one?
I think it's a great marketing ploy. If you're Seattle, you pick him up. For jersey sales alone, he's an established starter. You put some defense in, and you can possibly scrape into the playoffs. Successful season.
What do you think, Pete?
I don't think it happens. I think it was a smart thing to do for Price to waive it, and there's no way Seattle's going to pick up the last few years of Price's contract.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, go ahead.
I was saying in the corner, pop it up there. Say hi to Jeff. Okay, this news goes along with. Oh well, first, Jeff, what do you think about? I know what you think, but I mean, tell everybody what you think.
I think he's gone. Why wouldn't they take him?
Okay, and this goes along with news that I saw from Elliot Friedman in his 31 Thoughts podcast. He says that Montreal, well, let's put it this way, Bergevin will have another hot summer. He expects them to be all in on both Eichel and Landeskog. Now, if that is true...
Landeskog already said he doesn't want to play in Canada.
I'm just saying, this is what Elliot Friedman said. If they're going after players of that ilk, it makes sense that maybe they know Price is going to get picked. and they're going in a new direction. My problem with it is, Allen's not a starter.
Welcome to the big show, Caden Primo.
Yeah, but Primo's not ready. I mean, I don't do that. Sorry, they got to go out and get somebody. The only good thing on that is there's going to be a ton of goaltenders. There's going to be a ton of goalies available in this offseason, so that's one thing.
I just want to elaborate, on people saying, "Oh, his contract's too much." Well, some of the players that are exposed, like Tarasenko and these guys, man, they could field a pretty good team. And who cares if you got a they could literally repeat what Vegas did. Right? Like Vegas took Marc-Andre Fleury, and there's going to be some good players. I can't remember I was watching Hot Take Hockey there earlier today, and he named the line. If they just take those 3 players that are rumored to be available, and 2 of them we know for sure that was long before anybody knew about Price. Man, that's a pretty good first line. An amazing first line, but I can't remember who all 3 players were. I just remember Tarasenko was one of them. Oh, I think Domi was one of them too. But even if Domi's on your team, that's not a horrible thing either.
Well, listen, Domi as a 1 or 2 top 2 line center, actually, that's where he does his best. He's not a guy that should be on your bottom 6 because he doesn't perform. So Domi might find new life over there.
And then
maybe, but
right? Nobody agree with that? Domi might find new life over there. I would think Domi's probably getting picked up.
I don't see why not.
If I were, I don't see who else on there. I would pick him up if I'm Seattle.
I mean, it sucks. I thought we'd get the list today, and
no,
wait till 10 a.m. tomorrow.
And even tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah, it's the lists are going to come out tomorrow for if anybody wanted to know. You guys are quiet on the other side there, so
because you guys are chatting up a storm, and I don't want to interrupt.
Well, you must have an opinion here. What do you think of?
I always have an opinion, you know that. But I think.
Oh, I accidentally muted my mic.
Picking them up. Seattle's definitely going to pick up Domi and a few others, and I'm kind of on Jeff's boat there. Why wouldn't they just throw all caution to the wind and grab guys like Landeskog and Tarasenko and just throw everything at it and go for the Hail Mary right off the get-go? Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
are they gonna? Is Landeskog unprotected? I doubt he's unprotected.
I honestly,
free agent.
Yeah, doesn't mean he's unprotected.
He's free agent.
Doesn't mean he's you can protect free agents.
Okay, so they sign him in a few days.
don't they have a window that they can talk to free agents first?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Wait. Okay, here's how it goes. Seattle has now, this is 17th. So tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Seattle can talk to any unprotected UFA and work out a deal. They're allowed to sign him to an 8-year deal. And but they're not allowed to talk to protected UFAs.
Okay, so they can talk to them when free agency opens.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, everybody can.
Yeah.
Just saying they don't have, if you protect who are we talking about?
Colorado protects them. They're only protecting them for, a week or 2?
Yeah.
You're protecting them for those, till the 28th.
Hell, they could even go after Dougie Hamilton, too, couldn't they?
They can go after
whoever they want.
Any of the free agents.
Man,
so
they could go after Danault.
Well, they can, and unless Montreal protects him, then they won't have that extra time to go after Danault. Okay, we're gonna get to a couple things here. It's funny because the first 2 things are what we just reported on. So it's not that we have to worry about did he get asked to waive his contract. It's funny because I thought that they had a certain time to do that, to ask, and then the players had a couple of days to answer. And I thought that, I heard 1 or 2 guys had waived their no movement clauses. I didn't hear anything about Carey Price, so I figure, okay, well, they didn't ask him. But no, of course, That's not the case here. Okay. Actually,
Look.
let's talk about what do you think about this from Elliot Friedman? Okay, Landeskog said he doesn't want to come to Canada. We know that Jack Eichel. Well, I think a lot of people don't believe this, but I saw him say this in a live chat that he grew up as a Habs fan. Growing up in Boston, he was a Habs fan, and
He was a Matt.
Hey,
He was like Matt.
yes, yeah. He grew up a Habs fan. I don't remember the reason why he said it, but he was a Habs fan growing up in Boston, so he likes Montreal. He'd love to be a Hab, I'm sure. Do you think that Montreal's seriously going to go after him?
No.
You don't think?
Said last week he'd play him. He'd love to play in Boston too. So
Exactly.
You know what?
Yeah, well, of course he wants out of Buffalo. So first of all,
Exactly.
I mean, he
wants
wants
out
out
of
of
Just
Buffalo
say
so
one
bad.
thing.
there's not too many
Only one
teams he's
thing.
going to say I won't want to go to. Go ahead, Delaney.
Of course, cap issue won't be a problem because as of Wednesday, Price is going to be a Kraken. So
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? So
then on Thursday, Bergevin gets fired.
no, this didn't happen because Molson didn't agree to let this happen. Guaranteed, Molson's in on this. Come on.
Oh, for sure.
man, I got a conspiracy theory, but
Go ahead.
Oh, do tell.
I can't.
Oh, wow, Jeff has a conspiracy theory. I think that's the first.
I mean, like it's the only thing that like makes
Sorry,
makes
Jeff.
sense. Like if you want to start connecting dots, I mean, okay, Tatar's ticked off. He didn't play all playoffs. Whatever happened there, he was a main guy for this team for the last couple of years. He's out the door. Weber is now on the shelf. Danault sounds like he's not coming back. Doesn't sound like Armia wants to come back. Now Price is waiving his no movement clause. What if this is all because and Bergevin himself is saying he's just going to live out the last year of his contract. Lame duck GMs are never a good idea. Like, what if the reason
like
why
where
is
you're going
because
with this.
secretly Price doesn't want to come back and everyone knows it, and he asked them to expose him. So like something's up. Like something's going. Like 72 hours ago we were on cloud 9, and now all of a sudden, like, I mean, I get it. Like the media likes to light fires and everything, but man, like this is where we were 72 hours ago to where we are right this minute. She's burning, boys. She's burning. It's about it could really get out of control here really quick.
I'm going to back you on this because of the fact that they were apparently signed that Florida guy that was supposed to be a starter that they didn't protect because of what's his name?
Bobrovsky.
There you go. Couldn't get it out. But that guy would be a great number 2 behind Carey Price and will be able to play the same amount of games as Allen or more.
No, you're talking about Drager.
Yeah, Drager, right.
Signed Drager. Drager got signed as a UFA.
Okay. He was going to be your starter.
He's not a starter. He's the backup. No, they were saying that they think that they'll take Allen and they'll go with a tandem of Allen and Drager. I heard that from the hockey guy. That's where I heard that one from. But now it looks like maybe they can't take Allen if Price is exposed, so Allen will be protected, so it won't be that. Does a tandem of Price and Drager make more sense? Yeah, it does.
How big of a splash is that to make coming into the league? Everything's supposedly going back to normal next year.
Absolutely.
And you steal Carey Price from the Montreal Canadiens and bring him as close to home as he possibly can get without playing in Vancouver.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Absolutely.
For nothing.
Huge. I got to take a second here, guys. If you're in here having a good conversation, give a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the notifications bell. And everybody in the chat there, don't worry, we're going to get to you. We're going to have a little chat here, and we'll get to everybody's questions. So, sorry, but we got to talk.
And people saying, oh, it's Price's contract. The jersey sales alone would be, I guarantee you, that'd be the number one selling jersey
Easy.
Number one, easy. And
No doubt.
Number two,
And-
like they just paid $650 million for a team. They got money. They're not worried. It's like
They're
it's
not
kind
worried
of the
about
same
that.
kind of thing. Yeah, they're not
It's
worried
a
about
matter
Carey
of
Price's signing bonuses.
What can they build around him, though? That's the thing, right? You're gonna put
Here's the thing.
but they should be able to handle a contract, at least one like that. I don't think
When
that'd be a
you
problem.
look at it, they're going taking Carey Price. You have to get to the cap floor, so you're not going to take a bunch of crap players because you
All right.
you got to have something.
Yeah.
And what player more could you get to the Pacific Northwest than arguably the most marketable guy for nothing? It's a no-brainer.
And look what Vegas did with Marc-Andre Fleury.
Florida
Like,
Panthers
he was
with
the
John
face of
Van
the
Beesborough.
franchise.
No, without a doubt. I gotta say, if Price is exposed, he's gone.
Yep.
It
I don't-
doesn't make sense for him not to take Price.
And the only way I can see Price not going is if they decide they want to beef up on some good players with bad contracts, like defensemen and stuff, and that's how they want to build their team. But if they want to build their team with putting their name on the map right off the hop, it's Carey Price. He's literally the best player available. I can honestly say that. I don't care who else is available. He's the best player available.
No, I agree. I got
draft.
a question that I don't know if either of you guys can answer this, but you know how you're allowed to go over the cap over the offseason, right? Until the beginning of the season. Is Seattle allowed to do that in the draft? Can they draft more than the cap?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, then they can draft whoever the hell they want and figure it out in the offseason. So they can go over the cap. They can draft $100 million. And then
But I mean, like,
trade away.
And people saying like, "Oh, his signing bonus," and Seattle's not going to want to pay that and whatever. Everyone said the same thing about Carolina and Aho. They weren't going to be able to pay that big money up front, and they're not one of the richest teams in the league, and they had ownership problems and everything else, and they had no problem giving Aho that money. So I'm pretty sure Seattle will be able to handle it.
They paid $650 million for the team. Yeah, I'm sure they got money for signing bonuses.
It's an investment.
Right.
Exactly. And add to that point, even if they sign that Drager kid, they could get rid of him very easily.
Any of the players that they draft or sign could be traded at any point after they get picked up. I mean, there's no rule for that. They can. Vegas did that. They drafted the team they drafted was not the team they iced in their first game. It was very different.
Well, that's another thing. I mean, half the players that are taken on Wednesday probably won't. A quarter of them at least won't make the team. They won't be around. They'll probably never play a game.
They're gonna get all NHLers. They're not getting a bunch of kids.
They're gonna get good. They're
getting good players.
There's no doubt. They probably do better than Vegas did. I don't, especially with considering prices available.
Well, here, like Bob Karen saying there in the chat there. Well, what kind of a deal can Bergevin make with Seattle not to take Price? Well, if the price not to take Jake Allen was, what was it, a first round pick and 2 prospects or something crazy like that, what's it going to be for Carey Price? Is it worth it at that point? Like, you're literally, if it's probably literally going to be, yeah, you don't want us to take Price, then you better give us Nick Suzuki, like that, or Caulfield or something. Like, that's literally what they're going to ask for, because
I don't see this. Someone is saying that they're going to make a deal with Seattle not to take Price.
Yeah, well, look what the deal was for them not.
Well, then why put Price out? Like, I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Yeah, the deal to not go after Allen would be a lesser deal to make than to go.
And that was a huge price.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, so say Price does go to Seattle. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. He's gone. He's out on the West Coast where he wants to be. Maybe he wants to leave. But why can't we pursue somebody like Anderson from Toronto?
No
Right.
reason why not.
Going to
Why
be a
would
lot
you
cheaper
want
price.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Why
would
wouldn't you? You need somebody to step up.
I'd
and play
rather
the
go with
game.
Allen than go with Anderson.
Listen, I'll
That's
say
just
this:
stuck a
I like
hole.
Anderson.
if you saw how the goaltending
Number
went,
one goalie from Denmark.
if you saw how the goaltending went during the season, right? Price was average at best, right? And they still got
Yeah.
to the playoffs and they went deep. So you don't need that. You don't need Carey Price during the
No.
regular season, and all you need is your goalie to be hot in the playoffs.
And look at how much money
Really?
it frees
So
up, right?
we talked about this before a while back, and maybe we're here right now. I can't
Remember, I
believe
was
it.
talking to you about it just a few days ago as well. I was just like, why not let Carey Price be out there?
Geez, there's old podcasts of me and Rick talking about it and saying it would never happen. But then there's like, well, I mean, if he, right, there was always an opportunity, but I never thought he would waive his no trade clause. I never thought he would. That's what makes me think he's okay with Seattle picks him, because they legit, like, he has to know, like, it's better than a 50-50 chance here that Price is gone.
Oh, here's something interesting, and I thought this would be actually, someone just put it up here. Shamir, good old Shamir, announced today that Halak is definitely leaving Boston. He'll be available. I would have thought if Price does stay here, but now if he does, we're gonna actually have Allen as well. But I thought Halak would be a great guy to bring in, and would be kind of weird, but I mean, it would be kind of cool. But now I don't know if that's. I don't know.
Well,
you bring Halak and Allen in together,
idea.
two backup goalies as your tandem. I don't think that works.
No, you go get Mrazek or someone.
How about Mitch?
You get Krieger.
Bishop, Ben Bishop.
Krieger's already. He's
injury prone.
Is he healthy?
Yeah,
is he healthy?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
Is
And he's
Price
paying
healthy?
money too.
He's
Well,
paying
that's
a
the
ton of
thing.
money too. And it's true. He doesn't make
that's
that
the
much
other.
less.
That's a flip side to Price. He's always, I shouldn't say he's always injured, but he does have injury problems. He's got concussion problems. Might be a good idea to just say, you know what? Hey,
Goes to Greece.
get rid of the 10-0.
Here's the thing, though. If they let Price go for nothing, then they better get someone like Jack Eichel, because the city's going to go crazy. We thought they were going nuts for flipping cop cars because they won a playoff series against Vegas.
Isn't it funny,
I can tell you
though?
right now.
Isn't it funny? 3 months ago, we were talking about, hey, Price is a bum. He can't play. Let's get rid of him. Now we're all dying that he might go.
I'm not dying about it.
I'm not dying about it. I'd be okay if
okay,
he's
so
gone.
make me look bad. It's okay, guys.
It depends on what they do. If they don't do, if they literally go out and sign has-been players and whatever, then yeah, then they're stupid. But if they actually go out and get someone like a Jack Eichel, or I don't know who else is available, if they go and get a player like that, then they can weather the storm, because they can say, hey, we went and we got a young bona fide superstar center or whatever. They have to do something like that. Like, that's the only way that half this fan base will accept Carey Price leaving town. Like, if my daughter hears me right now, she's going to burst into tears. Like, I bet you, like, a lot of people, she's going to be really upset. I'm not telling her about this until after we know what happens.
People watching us. There's 100 people in the room. Wow! Everybody, give a thumbs up if you're enjoying the conversation. Really appreciate
Thank you,
that.
everyone.
And we're going to be getting to you guys in. Won't be long. And we'll, from time to time. But we got to talk this out. I think maybe with this news and with what Elliot Friedman said, and I know Friedman can sometimes be a network guy and kind of toe that line. But there's a lot of times when he has his nose in the, and he knows what he's talking about. And it kind of makes sense here, what he said about them being all after Eichel then. If they're doing this, I agree with Jeff, they better come up with something big coming back somewhere, because
they have to.
Especially after a Stanley Cup run. After a Stanley Cup final run,
the team's literally blowing up,
and then there's nobody. I mean, there's no way.
Weber's gone, Danault's gone,
yeah,
Tatar's
no
gone.
way that's happening. This could be a very interesting off season.
It very well could be.
Change,
some big
change.
I wanted Weber gone. while back, and I was also a little disappointed with the amount of money that we're forking out for Price. So, with all that money kind of freed up, it, like Jeff said, it gives us the opportunity to go get some of these bona fide superstars and have something there. And then goaltending, then that again becomes an issue. But if we can pick up somebody that can stop the puck fairly well.
There's guys here's the thing: we lose Price, we still have Allen. You just need another guy that can play 50% of the games as well as Allen did this year, and you're fine as long as you got a good defense and they actually go. If they get someone that can score goals, and not all the pressure is put on a guy like Caulfield in his first regular season, like if that's our plan going into next year, is let Price go. Not have Weber and rely on guys like Suzuki and KK and Caulfield to carry this team, then
not going to happen.
It's a hope and a prayer. I'm not saying these players aren't good or they won't be good, but when you start relying on kids to take you back to a Stanley Cup final, then
no, it's not happening. No. Hey,
and here's the other thing: Price leaves town. Do you think Corey Perry's going to re-sign? No. Like, this has implications. Other like some of these veteran guys that we were talking about bringing, like Corey Perry's not going to come back.
He might, depending on.
Well, then you're overpaying him.
But before we get off of that for a sec, I want to say this is a comparable to me. You guys are talking about Allen, and then we get somebody else, and then here's the problem I see with this. Is if you remember back in 95, it was 95-6 when Waugh left, and in a bit of a similar way in that it was really sudden, right? Mm-hmm. We weren't expecting it, sudden, boom, boom. This new guy comes in, and they never. It's going to be hard for anybody new to follow Price to be successful here.
Oh, that's definitely true. Jake Allen might be able to shelter some of that because he was already here.
He's already here. It's the guy that's going to come in, unless it is someone like Marc-Andre Fleury of that ilk. There's not a lot of them.
Hey, I'd go for that. That'd be awesome.
But there's not a lot of them, so it's unlikely it's going to be that. Yeah, this is going to be tough for whoever comes back. That's the one thing
I wouldn't even. I know he's old and he's starting to have his problems too, but. Even if they brought someone in like Jonathan Quick playing half the games with Jake Allen wouldn't be a horrible thing.
He went unprotected, Quick. So
something's up.
Not a surprise.
Something is up, and it's going to play out. Yeah, play out quite beautifully, I think.
The trade freeze is over Wednesday, so people don't expect anything in the next few days. But Wednesday, I think we're going to see some action happening.
What time is the draft on Wednesday?
I guess so. Thursday. I'm not sure. I think it's 5 my time, Eastern Standard. I'm not sure.
It's usually like 3:00 Eastern, so noon my time.
I want to make a quick comment, and we're going to get to some of the people in the chat. Isn't it amazing how quick the worry about Shea Weber and all this went away?
No, it's still there. Like I said,
but it's like I have it on my list to talk about, and I'm thinking about it and go, this is a lot more important right now. We'll talk about it, but I'm just thinking it's funny how things can overshadow.
Where does this leave Gallagher? He just signed an extension.
Where's it leave Gallagher?
Essentially, we have the potential not to have 2 of our main locker room guys in the locker room. So I mean, it's kind of interesting. And Bergevin, once I read about the Bergevin thing, and that was only briefly because I've been busy the last few days, it was crazy because then I was like, you know what, anything can happen. And now that I hear the Price thing, new direction.
Here's like
new direction. Rick, yeah, that's a good way.
Rick just put up a comment there, and Berger's got balls. But at the same time, everyone that's in the chat that's saying, well, maybe not everyone, but I would venture to say more than half of the people saying, oh, let Price go. Then when Montreal doesn't make the playoffs, everyone will be calling for Bergevin's head. He won't have so many balls then, right? Like that's I mean, that's the nature of being a fan, but there's so many people that are going to be happy about this, but once it's Petrie is no doubt re-signing Jeff. Why would he re-sign if they let everybody go?
Wow, we don't know who's going. This is kind of funny, and I like Joe Dirt, so there's nothing against you, but man, you were negative the last couple of games, and this is your comment? Are you curious?
I'm not being negative. How am I being negative?
I don't get that. Man, you got to go over to the chat from the last two games.
This guy.
And you check your comments and talk about negative, buddy. Seriously. That's all. Sorry. But I like I said, I like it, but don't take it the wrong way. But it is a funny comment.
I don't know, but this is a very realistic possibility of not having Deneau or Price or Weber next year. Frankly, I don't think Deneau wants to re-sign here anyways. After I seen the last contract he turned down, I was like, peace, bud. I guess you're gone.
No.
Deneau?
Yeah. Didn't he turn down a contract?
Don't know what he doing.
I think he's gonna check the free agent market and see what he.
That means he's going.
He might not, though. He might get a surprise.
It's just he wants to go out there and see if he can get more money somewhere else. And then when he realizes, oh, shit, nobody else is offering me 6 over 4.
Well, it only takes one team.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, but what if he discovers
you don't think one team... You don't think Vegas, after seeing how we did against Vegas in that playoff...
What if he discovers that
does Vegas have the money?
What if he discovers that no matter how many people want him, let me talk right there.
Everybody's talking.
Finds out that the money that they're offering isn't much more than Montreal, and you say, "Well, I want to." He might come back just for that reason. The door's open. Let him test the market. If he doesn't find what he likes, he's going to come back.
And here's the thing: if he doesn't, and he comes back, he's going to lowball, and someone else is going to outbid Montreal, and he's gone.
We don't know any of this. Who knows anymore?
You don't know what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. Why would he? Okay.
Comes down
the
to
money. The money is important,
leverage.
Right? I get that the money is important, Delaney, but at the end of the day, he's very well situated here in Montreal. Well, there in Montreal, and the fact that he's gone to the Stanley Cup with the team is pretty good. So why would he go from say Montreal to say Anaheim offers him the money that he's looking for? Why the hell would he do that when he knows there's no chance of getting to the Stanley Cup in Anaheim?
You know what? And Pete, you're right, but I don't see this deal being done by the expansion draft. And if Price is taken, Deneau don't sign. He'll take less elsewhere.
If Price leaves in the expansion draft, Montreal is going to have to do something drastic and quick to either re-sign players or at least get people in free agency. Because if you go into free agency without Carey Price, without Shea Weber, and possibly without Deneau, how are you going to attract other players to come here? You may attract a couple guys because they'll say, oh, yeah, well, I want to play with Suzuki. I want to play with Caulfield. I want to play with KK, right? But the nucleus, the leadership of this team is gone. I don't think you're going to say, I don't think Landeskog's going to come here anyway, but Jack Eichel's a different story because you have to trade for him. He doesn't really have a whole lot of say on where he goes. He goes to whatever team gives the best offer for him. But at the same time, someone like a Landeskog is going to say, why would I go to Montreal? I don't want to have to be everything and everyone in the media and all this stuff, because it's literally, if they go out and get a superstar player like that in free agency, that player is now he's the whole city's on his back. The whole city. It's not like if you come in and Weber and Price are there, the spot, you're not carrying it all. That's big. And Harry said there earlier, Perry's going to re-sign. Well, will he? Really? He just went to battle with these guys for how many months? This may leave a bad taste in some. This may leave a bad taste in some guys' mouths, right?
I think it could happen, especially if the team is having conversations behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on, right? So
there's
maybe
obviously something going on.
maybe there's this is a
There's something
fucking
going on.
big. Pardon my language, sorry, but this is a big shell shock of the price situation. So who's to say there isn't some other schemes going on behind closed doors that, right after all the shit settles, all the dust settles, we don't have Eichel. We have Eichel coming in, and we have Dougie Hamilton coming in, and who's to say these deals aren't already set up and in the mix and ready
They
to
can't
go?
be. That's tampering. They can't have those deals set up. They're not even allowed to talk to those players.
Only if it's proven, right? I mean,
Well,
we've
I wouldn't be
seen-
taking that
we've seen
chance.
a
Look what happened to
lot of-
Arizona.
No, they're not tampering. They're not tampering.
They're not tampering, but you know how they secretly do some behind the closed doors deals. They've done it so many times in the past. Yeah, okay. You know what? If you're going to do this and you're going to do that, okay, it's a handshake deal. And then once all the dust settles,
You can only do that
it's
with your own
done.
players.
You can't do that with other.
For some reason, I remember seeing it done in the past, and it wasn't that long ago. I just don't remember who.
Yeah. And you're getting big shit for it now. Look what happened to Arizona.
It's got to be proven, though, right?
It's not
gotta
hard
be
to prove
proven.
with social media today.
This is true.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't take that
count on
chance.
tampering happening. No.
I don't know.
Too many loose lips in the world.
There are, but
All it takes
there's
is
not a lot of
all it takes is one guy that's in the media that finds out something that he's not supposed to know, and
Yeah, that's it.
he makes a name for himself.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you guys are having fun, give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Blue Ball Rouge Radio talking Habs and more conversations like this. Saturday hockey talk every Saturday. All right, so
I'll be right
I
back.
guess let's just keep going on with this because everything I wanted to talk about, I mean, we're talking about it all jumbled, but it's okay. Where did he go?
Who else we got how many we got in the chat now? I can't really see.
One of my favorite numbers, 121. It's a big number in my
Jesus,
life.
we're
Actually.
climbing.
Yeah,
climbing.
it's
I
actually a
love it.
pretty cool number to have there. I guess, listen, it's big news that Carey Price has waived his no movement clause, so I'm not surprised. Plus, I think everybody was expecting these protected lists out today. So
Yeah, me too. I was really surprised
Yeah.
in today's NHL and with social media and stuff that they haven't been leaked out by
that they're
somebody.
not. Yeah. I kind of thought, exactly that we'd get it leaked out and we'd find out, but
didn't
it'll
think it
be
would
out
be.
tomorrow. It'll be out tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a video on it because especially now we'll find out what they are, and I'm definitely gonna tackle that tomorrow, and all the
I do have
stuff will be able to be done.
the one fun thing about it is that if Price is going to be selected, we'll know by Wednesday. I have no doubt. 'Cause remember when Vegas took Fleury, there was a couple of the players that were kind of leaked, and TSN were reporting and stuff because they inform them, they get them to come in and get a picture with like the jersey. I remember Fleury walking out with the Vegas jersey on. So if they're taking Price is going to be that guy that Fleury was for the expansion draft. It's a no-brainer.
But from what I understand, they get the lists. I guess Seattle must get the list
They got
at
it
some
down.
point today, right? They've got it already.
They got it already.
But they don't have to hand in their draft list until Tuesday night.
No, but here's the thing is,
what
though,
that
Rick,
does, though-
if you're taking Carey Price, you're going to have Carey Price on expansion day to walk out and unveil that jersey like they did with Marc-Andre Fleury. I guarantee it.
If they can get him
But
at
here's-
last minute, I don't know if they can. Again, it's like tampering. I don't know if they can do anything about it before.
If they
They're
got the
supposed to announce
list,
it.
they can
I don't
go,
know.
okay, well, we're going to take Price out of
Here's-
I don't know.
Montreal.
They'd be stupid to announce. And now, like, what'll happen here? Probably,
We all knew
If-
Fleury was going to
is-
be
yeah. But Seattle, what they'll do is they'll say in the media, because they've already said we're going to take Jake Allen, right? It's already leaked that they were going to take Jake Allen, so now they can't take Jake Allen. Tomorrow, And if I'd be surprised if it doesn't come out tonight, we're taking Carey Price, but then they've got all the next few days to work it out with Montreal. They'll give Montreal every opportunity to sweeten the pot for them not to take Carey Price. And if they don't meet the demands, then they'll take Carey Price. And
they know, or if they want Price, they won't sweeten anything.
But they still may say, "Hey, you're giving us this, and this." It's going to be astronomical demands because that's the position they're in. They have no risk. There's no risk for this. They don't take Carey Price and they get a ransom for him. Then,
if Montreal is not prepared to lose Price, they don't ask him to waive his no trade.
Absolutely.
So
I don't think there is that's
or
what I
they're prepared to pay the price.
If they find out Seattle's taking him, they have to be ready for that already. I mean, or else why are you asking him to waive it? There's no way.
Because it ain't for cap issues, because you just lost Weber's contract for the year, so it's not a problem you have to worry about.
Considering how there's so many goalies that are going to be available over the offseason, it kind of weird that they would actually ask Price. Like that they should be so, well, we don't want to lose Allen. There's going to be guys that can do what Allen's done here. So the reason I'm saying that is I think maybe Jeff's kind of right in when he said maybe Price does actually want this to happen, but not look like the bad guy.
Yeah, I said that in the chat. I didn't say it on here.
No, maybe not here, but I mean that is something because
I was just starting to connect dots. I didn't get to finish my conspiracy theory earlier. It's just the fact that so much shit has happened in the last couple of days, and maybe this is why. Maybe they know Price wants out, but no one's going to make him look like the bad guy in Montreal because they have respect for him, right? So. This is the way to do it.
Retire. Price knows it, and he's you know what? I think maybe this is my time to get out now too.
And Deneau's like, well, I'm not
can't believe
because these guys are going.
55 people in this chat.
I mean, it's conspiracy theory stuff.
Thumbs up if you're having a good time.
It kind of makes sense. Well, more than makes sense. Like,
it does.
At no point do I think Carey Price's teammates are going to come out and make him look like the bad guy. They're not.
No, that would shock me. I think,
and the organization's not either.
That would shock me even more if they came out. And
so this might be the way that they're going about it. Like, okay, we'll expose you, and if it happens, then thank you for everything you've done. And because even if this kind of gives Bergevin an out too, right? Like he can say, well, we tried to do everything we could to keep him. We offered Seattle this so they wouldn't pick him, and they did what they wanted to do, and there's nothing we do about it.
Save face. But how? I think but Montreal doesn't save face if they asked for him to waive. They don't really.
Well, they can always spin it some way and say, well, we didn't think Seattle would take his contract, and there's ways around it a little bit.
Good. No,
but if they actually go out and trade him, it's Patrick Wall over again.
Oh, without a doubt. No, they can't trade Carey Price. I think you're right.
I agree with you there, Jeff. I was basically going to say the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Sorry.
With Weber possibly retiring,
no problem.
Maybe they see this is the time to get out.
Team.
With Weber possibly retiring, and maybe this is like a signal where we can maybe read into that, right? I don't know. But with that, maybe they see this is a time to get out from both of those contracts.
Come on, guys. Am I the only one here that's somewhat excited about this?
Oh,
honestly,
I'm mixed.
I love anarchy.
I'm mixed. I like the chaos of it. I do. Exactly, I am enjoying the chaos of it.
I mean, come on.
Here's the thing, Pete. Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. I said this the other day. I said. I think we were talking in the chat and stuff, but I love opportunity. The problem is the last couple years, whenever Montreal's had the opportunity, they have failed to get those players.
Right.
I don't want them to waste this opportunity and go out and get a bunch of guys that are mediocre or above average. I want them to go out and get Go and get your superstar now. Like there's no excuse. Go get them.
Yeah, they have
whatever you got to, because you lose
let me
Price
ask
Weber,
you
and you're basically in a rebuild, and you're going with your young guys.
Here's a new tack. Wait, can I get my new tack? Maybe they got a deal for Eichel.
That's what I was trying to say.
Maybe they got, or someone of that ilk. Someone of that ilk. Maybe there's a deal. They know they got this deal. To get it, they can't do it with Price's contract.
And the other thing that
this is a great way to get out from under it. So I would think if it were me,
going to try to get at is don't forget how many draft picks have we got in the first 5 rounds, 6 rounds, or 7 rounds?
Draft picks aren't going to help you next year.
No, but they're great trade bait.
But this is if there's a draft that you don't want a bunch of draft picks in, it's this one because it's so nobody knows what's.
Yeah, but if there's
nobody knows the talent that's out there, right?
Apparently Eichel's price is coming down. So I wouldn't be surprised to hear at this point that they have a deal already in place. We're going to find this out. And that's why this is all happening. And there's going to, right on the heels of that, we're going to get a trade announcement with Buffalo or something like that.
Exactly. And then, Jeff,
they're not going to release that until the Price thing is.
Yeah, right after the draft.
Yeah.
Right after or the next day, Eichel's here or someone like that.
Like deals.
Otherwise, does it make any sense? Otherwise, does it make any sense that they asked Price to waive? It didn't come out that Price volunteered to waive his no movement, right? Bergevin asked Price to waive it
earlier.
So there's got to be something to that.
This is exactly what I was trying to get at.
Buffalo would be the type.
I think it's a way of saving.
Buffalo would be the type of team that would take a bunch of draft picks because
they're rebuilding. They're rebuilding. They're rebuilding. Without a doubt.
Jeff is right though when he said about the uncertainty of the picks. But if you got 3 first-round picks, you're probably going to get one of them right. And if your GM fucks up 3, sorry for the language, but
okay, that happens.
You don't deserve to be the GM of the Buffalo Sabres. So,
but don't forget, right? You know what? Like Jeff, you mentioned earlier, how do you know Perry's going to re-sign? What if they've already informed guys like the rest of the team and just said, mum's the word. These are the deals we have in place. This is what's going to happen day after it all settles.
It's possible.
That's very possible.
Listen,
that's what I was trying to get out to you guys earlier.
They have to. And listen, there was an interesting.
But here's the thing: the free agents that are on the market that they are not allowed to talk to right now, they can't have those conversations.
But Eichel, they can. Eichel's a trade.
They can't.
Eichel's a trade.
Eichel's a trade. Yeah. But it doesn't matter what Eichel thinks because if he gets traded here, he doesn't have no movement.
Eichel, they can work out a deal for because it's a trade.
Yeah. Yep. No, but I'm talking if they were going to bring in other free agents.
Yeah.
They can have a conversation with Corey Perry and say,
free
this is what the plan
is. 28th. There was an interesting trade. I got it. There was an interesting trade today that I don't know if I've ever seen before. I don't know what team it was with Arizona sent a useless player with a big contract. With a big contract and 4 draft picks, and they got, I think it was the Islanders, they got nothing back. Andrew Ladd's contract, that was it. Sent Andrew Ladd and a bunch of draft picks and got nothing back. Nothing. They're getting nothing. Just to get rid of the contract. It's a crazy year.
It is.
That's why I wanted to say that.
And that's basically what I'm thinking that could happen with Montreal. Like, why couldn't we say, like, we're deep in the minors? We're so deep. We got so much talent in the juniors.
You're never deep in the minors, ever. You're never deep in the minors.
But we're comfortable, right, Jeff? You got to agree. We're comfortable, and we got a shit ton of picks. So why can't we? And this isn't a good year for draft. So we got tons of.
It's not that it's a bad year for the draft. It's just there's. Basically, after the first few picks, nobody literally could go. Like you don't. This guy, the guy that gets picked fucking 30th, could be way better than the guy that gets picked 3rd this year. They don't know.
You don't know that. That's
the guys didn't play.
But listen. If if Price gets picked and Weber either misses the whole year or retires, because if they don't put him on LTIR, if they don't allow it, the league, he's going to have to retire because Montreal can't carry that salary. But if so, that's going to add, I believe, 17, almost 18 million to 14 that they already have. That's 31 million in cap space. They can do some damage in the offseason. So that maybe is what the plan is. They're going to have a ton of money if they spend it right.
I'm so bloody excited about this right now. It's a fresh, clean start for everybody.
I'm trepidatious.
All the way around.
I'm trepidatious because we made the finals. To have such major change bugs me a bit. That's all.
It does. At the end of the day,
I'm loving this. I'm not gonna lie. This is
you and me both, Jeff.
The only thing is, I'm a Carey Price fan. I don't want to see him go, but if he goes, I understand why. I understand the business.
It's the business.
But if I have to break my daughter's heart in a few days, like that's going to be the hard part for me because her heart's going to be broken.
Yeah,
that's the part that's really going to suck.
I've had my heart broken
because I remember what it was like when I was a kid when Gretzky got traded. That's the day I became a Montreal Canadian fan. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was 9 years old.
I've had multiple.
It broke my heart.
I've had multiple.
It broke my heart.
Over the years.
And you know what though? It's a great way to teach your daughter welcome to sports.
Yeah,
it is.
Character builder. It's a character builder.
Exactly. But also,
I guarantee you, she's not. She won't be a Habs fan anymore. She'll be a Seattle fan.
No, that happens. No, that does happen. Why?
Right now, the way it sits, if Price does end up over in Seattle, he's got flights back to the ranch up in Anaheim Lake all the time. It's so easy for him to fly back and forth.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think maybe this is a way for everybody to save face. This is the lesser of all the evils. If they trade him, it's horrible, right? Like,
it's
that's job. You're losing your job. If they keep him and he doesn't want to be here, that's just bad. Like, this is the lesser of all evils. This is almost where everybody can walk away. And I mean, they're not going to go unscathed, but it's going to be a lot less because they can come out. They can come out and literally say, we offered the moon to Seattle not to take Carey Price, and they wouldn't accept it, and they took him. And how are we going to know if they're telling the truth or not? We'll never know. We won't know till the book's written in 20 years.
Right. That's true. That's the truth of the matter.
And at the end of the day, for Carey Price, for me personally, I just want to see the guy happy. It broke I think that's part of the reason why I've been so upset. It broke my heart that he didn't get the Stanley Cup. He made it to the final, but didn't get the cup. That's the one thing that's eluded him in his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only thing he hasn't won. So that
on that note,
for him. But
on that note, you think his chances for a cup are improved going to Seattle?
No.
I don't think they're any worse.
They're not worse, but they're not improved either. All depends on what Seattle pulls off, right?
I think it's a high floor, low ceiling.
I think he's
I don't think he's any worse off.
I think it's a quality of life thing. It's a quality of life thing for him. If he decided, okay, they asked me, yes, I'm gonna do this, or he went to them and said, listen, let's work this out, whatever. Yeah, it's a quality of life thing for him, right? He's closer to home. His wife is from there, that area. I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
If I'm not going to win his career, I might as well go home.
Right. He's late in his career. Hey, John from Hot Take. How's it going, buddy?
No.
We're having a big conversation here.
What I know, Price loves the West Coast. So, he's been to Tofino a few times here and stuff like that we've heard.
And here's another side of looking at this. After the last 2 years, 2 seasons, basically, season and a half of COVID and all this stuff. And even Bergevin said the other day that this has been the most emotional draining. What if this playoff run was like Carey Price realized he's got nothing left to give to this team, and he needs a fresh start. Like it was just too emotional, too much time away from family, too much time away from everything, and he realizes if he's in Seattle, his wife, I think she's from Washington or something, they can be around family, and he's not far from his parents, and then there's like other things that are happening in this country that have deeply affected Carey Price's culture. And like, what if he's just like, I want to go home.
John, it's like the Roberto Luongo thing.
John, Roberto, if you want to come join us, let me know. I'll send you a link.
Right? It's the Roberto Luongo thing happening all over again.
I want to say one thing about our cup run. Remember, if this was a regular season, we played Tampa in the first or the second round. We don't make it to a cup.
True.
So Price, after taking out Vegas, you don't think that there's a part of him that outside of going home, he doesn't have to face Tampa. He took on Vegas. If Landeskog don't resign with Colorado,
he may figure he's got a better. He may figure he's got a better shot out there.
I don't blame the guy one bit. He's played long enough and he's done everything. He deserves whatever decision. He's comfortable with this. If this outcome, like I said, it's better. I think it's better than a 50-50, not much more. You can't tell me that Carey Price doesn't. He's not going to be. Is he going to, like, even Wayne Gretzky cried at one press conference and then was smiling at the next one, right? Like, it happens.
Give me a sec.
Right?
Nolan. There's the lists come out tomorrow, so there's nowhere to get them. Lists come out tomorrow.
There's just info leaking about some of the players.
Jay Bats, if you haven't heard, they asked Price to waive the no movement clause, and he did. And so it looks like Price is not going to be protected. So that's the news. It's what we've been talking about.
And Carey Price deserves to do whatever. It's not like he's a kid. It's not like he has a ton of years left.
No, exactly.
He's given everything he can to this franchise. And if he wants to go,
Seattle end up being in Vancouver's Pacific?
Yep.
Oh fuck! That is going to be so easy for him.
Yeah,
it's going to be so easy for him out there.
Listen,
all I know is I think me and Rick owe a couple people from the past an apology. If this happens, as I hate to say it,
I'm even worse because when I first did my very first video podcast, which has got to be a year and a half ago now, I'm sorry, I did one on this subject. Oh, it might have been just the audio ones, but I did one on this subject about Price back then. So
I mean, I'll apologize to those guys. I won't say their names because I don't know if they'd want me to or not, but there's some guys in this chat and guys we've had conversations with that I mean, I understood where they were coming from. I just didn't think Montreal would leave Price unprotected. I really didn't think. I thought the no movement clause was there for that reason. I thought that's why they put the no movement clause in it.
You kind
in his
of
contract.
Well, they're kind of in a funny spot, right? Because I was just thinking, well, they could have traded Price to Seattle, but then you're going to lose Allen and Price both to Seattle, right? So they're kind of.
And don't forget, you look bad if
losing
you
him for
Price
nothing.
Away.
Losing him for nothing really sticks in my craw.
What if we come out?
And here's the thing, though. Goalies never get what people think they're worth in a trade. For one, it never happens, no. And two. How do you not know that they didn't try to trade him over the last couple of years and there was no real market for him? So they're like, if we can PR-wise, this might be better to let him go for nothing than it would be to actually trade him and get very little for him.
True. And if you trade him for another goalie, that goalie has absolutely zero chance of being successful here.
Yeah,
exactly. And now you bring in
this way a goalie could come in and actually might have a chance. He hasn't been traded for Price. There's a difference. I don't know if it'll be enough of a difference, but if you trade somebody for like Price for somebody, that guy's got no shot coming here. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. That you're thinking of coming on. But yeah, I think he makes a good point here, saying it would be cool for Price, similar to the way that Tom Brady was being rejuvenated with the change with Tampa Bay. Price and family could benefit and could be like Fleury 2.0. Yeah, I mean that's basically what we've been kind of getting at. So,
if you guys want to go back, Hot Take Hockey did a kind of a live reaction to some of the moves today. Earlier
I wanted
today.
to say that.
It was a great stream. I enjoyed it.
It was.
And I think he was clipping it up so you can go back and watch some of his clips.
Yeah.
Of reactions to things when they actually happened. So no, it was good time. I watched it I had it on in the background there for a while this afternoon.
We talked about this, Danny boy. I thought Halak would be a good option if we lose Allen. Allen and Halak are two backups, and I don't know if that's where you want to go with it.
You need a younger guy. I'm thinking someone like Mrazek.
But maybe for 1 year, Halak being back here might give them enough that people would accept it. Yeah, but people might accept it for one. I mean, I might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Again.
No,
I kind of agree.
I think you bring in, like Jeff's saying, a Mrazek, or you bring in Marc-Andre Fleury for 1 year. And,
Fleury would be awesome.
Yeah,
I think Fleury would. I think they brought in Fleury. That would almost deaden the whole blow of it.
It would flatten everything.
Almost. It wouldn't do it completely, but it would be close. That's as close as I think you could get.
You think he's
French
available?
Canadian goalie?
You think he's available?
No.
I don't know how Vegas can keep both those guys. I really don't.
Exactly.
Like, not because they don't get along. It's the contracts and stuff. Like,
and don't
they
you
need
think
centers.
he's exposed? Isn't he exposed as well? I would think. No,
it's either him or
it's not Lehner.
him or Lehner.
They signed Lehner to go forward. I don't think it's.
I mean,
Lehner.
if they're protecting, why not grab Leonard then? Right? He'd be great to have. Right? Like
as a backup,
saying, right?
Absolutely.
So I guess there's a chance.
See, here's where I kind of hold out hope that they're not going to take Price because of this contract, because there's going to be cheaper goalies that put up very similar stats and are younger. Like, there's either going to be a Lehner. I mean, like Jonathan Quick's not younger, but Jonathan Quick, like, there's guys out there that are cheaper that put up the same type of regular season as Price has been doing lately. And that's the only reason why I think that this may work and we get to keep Allen and Price. And all this conversation is for nothing. But exactly. That's the only way it happens. Like, they may go after, they may want like a Drieger and a Mrazek themselves, or they may go after if Lehner's available or if Marc-Andre Fleury's available. Like, that may be exactly what happens. And Price is just, they want to spend $10.5 million when they could get Lehner for, I don't know what he makes, so I'm guessing he's probably only around the $6 million, $7 million mark.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that much.
Right?
He's around there. I'm not sure where, but he's around
$5
there.
million or something. I can't remember what he got paid. Like, there's other goalies. They can get two really good goalies for like.
We're dumb. We forgot something, and John just brought it up, and he's right. Vegas is exempt from this expansion draft.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
We forgot about that.
Good point.
Yeah.
I only read that
take them out. It's okay. There's other goalies that are available that.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Okay, but if Price gets,
but there are other goalies.
The thing, you have to get a certain amount on your Caps books. Price is a great way to start to the cap floor.
Well, yeah,
I don't think they're going to have any problem getting to the cap floor.
They're not going to have a problem because some of the guys that are available, the salaries are going to get them there. There's a lot more money in salaries out there than there were available to Vegas, I think. So they'll get to that floor easily.
Well, then you come on, bud. Like, geez, yeah. Sorry, we forgot. Like, no, don't even bring any attention to it. Sorry.
Well, you can't say that and not bring attention to it. Come on now. I can't see.
Well, you guys can read the chat.
I can't.
I'm on my phone. I can't.
Here's
I can't believe, of all people, you're not calling this guy out, Jeff. I'm pretty
Jesus
disappointed
Christ,
in that.
Jeff. I'm disappointed
Leave it
in
go.
you.
Leave it
I
go.
didn't-
Leave.
Just here we go. Just
Your-
give me a
your
minute.
balls to touch, bud.
Price and Crosby in Seattle. Crosby's not getting that. Being
No.
left
Crisis.
unprotected.
Crosby's protected.
Yeah, without a doubt. Come on, Crosby's protected.
I don't even remember what I was going to talk about now. That comment threw me off. Sorry.
Well, now
Go ahead, Pete.
You might as well tell us now.
Yeah.
It's gone now. I can't even read it. I don't know where. I'm not scrolling back.
Ah,
see
you
it.
bastard.
Asshole. Pissed me off and I forgot what I was going to say.
This RPM. I don't think so. We kind of talked about it. I don't think there's a deal already lined up with Seattle. I don't. It's too expensive. They're asking for too much. But maybe. I mean, I guess the option is losing Price or Allen, maybe. But I don't think so. But I guess that's the option.
It comes down to what does Ron Francis want to do? Does he want to have a Carey Price and sell a bunch of jerseys and light the hockey world on fire for the rest of the summer? Because that's all anyone's going to talk about until the puck drops.
Yeah,
Is that
Don't
Carey
forget,
Price is in Seattle?
Look at how many season ticket holders they already sold out to, right? And now if you bring in a Price, you're going to be sold out every bloody night. You're going to make nothing but money on a Price there.
Or do they do the smart thing and go and get a guy like Drieger and Mrazek and have two really good goaltenders and then try to fill out the roster to complement that and do and have it just try to have a solid team? Or do they go top heavy with Price and superstars and hopefully they get luck? Well, I shouldn't say it was lucky for Vegas. Vegas had they scouted their players excellent. Like they did an excellent job scouting who they wanted.
Francis
They brought in guys people didn't think were going to be good. And I'm sorry, but Ron Francis has been around a long time. He's a smart guy. Like
he's no dummy.
He's no dummy. So, like, it just depends on what the way they want to go.
Excited right now. I can't, it's going to be depressing and when shit hits the fan. But right now, I'm kind of pumped to see what happens.
That's John. I said that earlier. I don't know if you were here. I was like, man, they can literally have Tarasenko, Price. I can't remember who else I said. Domi.
There's a lot of good names there's a lot of names out there that are going to be available because it's just one of those weird years. This is not a normal year. It's going to be different than
Price and Tarasenko are in the West. In the West, are you a cup contender? Because San Jose is not very good. LA's not good yet, but they could explode next year.
Delaney's in the dark.
Vegas is going to be hurting a little bit. Like they're having cap issues, and they're going to lose a player, or they're not going to lose a player in this draft, but they're going to lose some players because they got to get under the cap again.
Did you mention Tampa? Tampa's going to be screwed.
Yeah, but Tampa that they're in the East. They're in the Atlantic. I'm talking about the West teams, right? Okay, so Seattle's going to be in the West, and Vancouver. Well, who fucking knows? Vancouver's always
the bottom dweller.
Vancouver's a wild card. They could either be fucking Stanley Cup contenders, or they could be the worst team in the league. You don't know what's going to happen with Vancouver.
They're going to be the worst team in the league again. They suck. They always suck.
They're behind this.
Nolan, that's a hard question to answer till we see the protected lists.
And then Edmonton.
I don't know who's out there.
Is the Duncan Keith thing going to work out in Edmonton? Like
that was
like this. Price's opportunity to make the playoffs might actually be better in Seattle.
It is.
Unfortunately,
when you sit back and really think about it, Jeff, what you're saying is true. His opportunity over there is skyrocketed. And
I have a theory.
Top it off,
he's
not going to have to work as hard. Out here in the East, he's got to work really hard to get the numbers that he gets. But out back there in the West, competition.
And let's be honest, media and fans are not near as hard on their teams as they are out here in the East.
Oh,
in all sports.
That's without a doubt.
Yeah, no. Out here in Vancouver, Vancouver I've been to many a time. it's the next big thing. Oh, it's great. It's good for a few weeks, and then it all settles down again. We're back to the lowly Canucks. Can't do anything.
Okay,
And they don't even call them
but that's
Canucks. It's the Canots.
Peter.
What was that?
I'm going to jump on that statement that you just said, and here's what I'm thinking. You want to hear conspiracy? Seattle takes Price, flips him for Thatcher Demko, a couple of first-round picks, and a defenseman, and Carey Price gets to go home.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Oh, my God. But you know what? I don't think Price would want that. I don't think he wants to play in Vancouver.
That's not happening, guys.
That's not going to happen, I don't think. But that is a.
They already got two. Vancouver's got Thatcher Demko, and then they got the the kid's
Delaney's
name?
saying to trade Demko, right?
No, they're not going to
swap. But I don't think that would happen. But that would be hilarious. And I don't think
they
want that.
They're already regretting Holtby. They're not going to bring in. They're not going to bring in Price. Not when they got Demko and the other kid coming up. Danny Boy's comment. What was that, Rick? I forgot what it said. I did read it. You put it up there. It did intrigue me, and then I forgot.
No, Montreal is not rebuilding.
31 million in cap space, and I mean, it's all great when all the possibilities are in front of you. But once you start signing players, do you have enough? Did you sign the right ones? Like, it's all great to have the dreams, but we can't get every great player. Like, they're going to have to get right. And then did you get the right great players, right? That's the thing. Like, I love the chaos. I love the opportunity.
So that's the comment there. 11 million one-time bonus in September for Price. No point. It's a win-win for Montreal. If Price goes, we have 31 million cap space. You can do some damage. Don't forget if Weber goes on LTIR.
Look, losing that financial hit on both, and being a team that realistically, on average, next year might not have been so lucky and would have to face Chancellor, Toronto, or Tampa in the first round, being one of the four. I mean, I think they knew this year was the year, and that's why they're rebuilding, because they know they ain't making it back that far next year.
I just thought of something. How about if Montreal looked and said, listen, with the best goalie, Price was amazing, still couldn't beat Tampa. So it's not, we need to beat them in other ways.
Not enough to get out of the division.
Now we got to get Stamkos.
What
Stamkos is supposedly available.
Is he really? He's got a big, he's what, 8.5 million?
He's a big number.
Yeah.
A big number. So
could you imagine Stamkos, Landeskog, Tarasenko, and Price in Seattle?
No, he's not unprotected. He's available in trade.
Available for trade.
They're going to protect him.
They have to protect Stamkos.
No.
Yes, they're
going to protect him.
So
supposedly he's available in trade.
Yeah, anyway, it's very interesting. I don't know. I just think this is a very interesting situation, and there's so many possibilities of what could be happening here. You know?
Romanoff.
Jeez, Rick, am I detecting a little bit more excitement in your voice?
A little more.
Romanoff for Stamkos.
Wait a second.
That should piss everyone off. Where's the hate mail now? I can see it now. Romanoff for Stamkos.
Oh, and realistically, with Stamkos' injuries and stuff, that would be just like Drew M for sure.
The age difference? No, it's not a good idea to trade an old player, get an old player for a young player like that.
I'm joking, obviously.
If you're gonna do that,
has Bergevin got a side bet going with someone that's saying, okay, I'm not going to re-sign anyways. I'm done after my contract. He's like, can I get fired before this year is out and get out quicker?
Who's that?
The fact that he admitted that
Bergevin,
he was emotionally drained and everything over this last season and a half, that worries me, because I thought he was a pretty confident, ballsy guy, take command, but
he's negotiated to get president of hockey operations, though.
But here's the other thing, though, Rick. We've never seen Bergevin as emotional in celebrations and everything as he was during this playoff. Not that we've seen big playoff runs, but like just the way he was doesn't like now, like when you're seeing how guys reacted to Weber when they lost, seeing how Bergevin was acting, because we never seen him celebrate like that before, ever, no matter what it was. Did these guys all know that this is the band's getting broke up?
Maybe. Maybe. They can't say anything about it.
You crack me up, Jeff.
Is this the hockey equivalent to the breakup of Kiss? What?
Yeah. Jonathan Drouin's Ace Frehley.
No. This is the Beatles breaking up. You guys don't know anything. You know what? We I think like Jeff said, we're not going to know for at least 10 years till somebody writes a biography of what happened. We're not going to know.
Nobody.
And this might be much to do about nothing too. Like,
and it
really,
might be because if they don't pick
Price is
Price,
still there on Wednesday, and
if they don't, it's all for nothing. Right?
Yeah.
We've wasted our time tonight.
Well, no,
They don't
because
pick
we've had a good couple
Weber's back
laughs.
at Christmas time.
I dare say that I don't think anybody here tonight, hopefully, won't say, well, this was a waste of time, because I think everybody's worried about it. So, talk about it. But it may end up on Wednesday that just because he's available doesn't mean they're taking him. But I don't know. It makes too much sense if he's available for them to take him. Too much.
And this, like I said, this might be much to do about nothing. Price doesn't get picked, and Weber's back at Christmas time.
Remember, they're allowed to pick 3 goalies minimum.
Rick,
They can't take more.
welcome to Clown World, bud. Nothing makes sense.
Oh, this is the upside down. We're living in the upside down. We know this.
Hey, and I've always said, if Gretzky can be traded, anybody can be traded.
Well, that's
Anybody
without a
can
doubt.
change.
No, listen, without a doubt. If Gretzky
Why
can
the
be
flag?
traded,
Michael
right.
Jordan played for the Washington Wizards. Anything can happen.
well, he also owned the Washington Wizards after that. So.
Yeah, but still, he still played for the Washington Wizards, not the Chicago Bulls. Anything
Not
can
well,
happen.
Not well, but he played for them.
He was good in
Brodeur
Washington.
went to St. Louis for some reason.
Yeah,
so-
Brodeur went to St. Louis. Waugh went to the Avalanche. Like, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anybody can get traded. So this is, and this isn't even a trade. So no, the thing that I think will hit more people more is that we'd lose him for nothing. No reason.
I think
But is
people would be
it
okay
really
with it.
nothing? Cap space is what's more important right now?
Cap space is
Draft
gold.
picks
Right
and
now.
prospects
Cap space is
or
gold.
cap space?
Cap
Because
space is
they're
gold.
saying
And
there's-
if you're smart with the cap, you can do amazing things with cap space.
I think cap
So
space is more important than prospects
Yeah.
and
it might be
and
right
mediocre
now.
players.
Listen,
and,
it might be
and
because
draft it.
he can go take it if this clears 31 million in cap space, he can go like just fleece other GMs that are to the
Everybody's against the cap.
cap. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Over half the league is against the cap.
He'll be
right
king
now.
of the mountain. That's literally that's what happens, and maybe that's what
As
they're
Paul
trading
Stanley
off
once
on.
said.
And that's why they'll be able to
King
pick
of the
up.
mountain.
They'll be able to get a guy like Eichel or maybe somebody else like that. And we might be
Listen.
surprised when they go, "Oh wow, wouldn't have thought that guy
I
would be able to-"
personally, like,
Cap,
and that's what I mean. Like losing him for nothing. Cap space is the most important thing right now because half the teams are jammed against the cap, and the flat cap they're saying could be 3 years.
Oh yeah,
This
And
is
you're not
huge.
losing him. Really, you're not losing him for nothing.
We're-
You're gaining $10 million. Plus, you're getting rid of all the headaches and stress of the injuries, the concussions.
we're
It's
in cap,
all about
cap for
money.
a while.
It's all
We're in
about
cap
the dollar.
Look,
It is.
it's like F1. There's 2 guys who are on the grid whose fathers are heavily invested into the team. I mean, one's Canadian, Lance Stroll. Like, his dad bought a team, assuring that his son basically has a drive. And Mazepin did it with investing in Haas, and his son, even though he's garbage, is still got a drive. But
Yeah.
it's
Paul
all
Menard,
about
how-
money. And that cap space in today's sports market is way harder
then
to
you're gonna
replace and get under than
And you're
finding a
taking-
new goaltender.
And you're taking the GM who went and got Anderson for Domi straight up. Think about that. If you look at the result of that, it should have been Anderson for Domi plus somebody
Plus.
else, right? So this is a
Should
guy
have
who
been
goes
Anderson
out.
But it
plus,
was. They gave up.
He's a
They
good
gave up
deal
draft
maker.
picks in that deal.
He's a good deal maker. He's going to have a lot of money.
You're
And
saying there's a chance. Yeah, Franco. Yeah.
there's a what's that? There's a
Franco.
chance.
So
Yeah.
you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance, Franco. Yeah, I think so. As much as it's gonna, feel weird not to have Price on the team if that's what happens, there's a good opportunity.
And here's the thing:
opportunity is going to be there. So sorry, go ahead. Sorry, what?
I said, you're
Now y'all be quiet
then,
right? What?
Joe Habs.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I said, you're already sounding like you're saying goodbye to the bloody guy. Come on. It's not like it's a done deal yet, but just the thought of it is
50-50.
extremely exciting.
It's 50-50. I guarantee
I'm
it's
saying,
50-50 right now.
I'm thinking
he waived his no wave. He waived the clause, the no movement clause. Shut up. He waived the no movement clause. So I think it's without a doubt he's exposed. So it's whether he gets taken or not, but I mean he's exposed. He didn't waive it for not be exposed.
Exactly.
So
he's got everything exposed now.
Yes. Yeah, we've had conversations here about his erections. So Shamir's not here to let us know that, but yes. That's an inside joke. So no, I'm not a pervert.
Let's watch Price. We expose Price. He doesn't get picked, and Ben Sherratt fucking gets picked, and we're all like, whatever.
No, Ben Sherratt's getting protected.
Good.
They got to protect 3 defensemen. I know Jeff wants Kulak over Sherratt, but I mean, I think Sherratt's getting protected.
Sherratt's a great one.
Kulak's not going because they're going to take Price.
I think it might be if Price is available. Doesn't matter who's protected and not after that. I don't think it doesn't go farther than that.
Well, it's just literally if Seattle was that gung ho to take Jake Allen, what other than money? Why wouldn't they take Carey Price? Especially after what we just witnessed in the playoffs.
Right? No, listen. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And unless they're really going in a different direction. But like we said here, we've established marketing value off the charts.
Okay, Danny Boy, he did waive, and it doesn't matter what our plan is because Seattle holds all the cards. Pick them. We're done.
Danny Boy,
if he's not protected,
Danny Boy,
if he's not protected,
TSN confirmed this. So let me put it up. This is confirmed by TSN. TSN, Montreal Canadiens goaltender Carey Price has waived his NMC for the expansion draft. This isn't if. This is confirmed.
And I don't see him waiving it for Montreal to end up protecting him. Why would you bother waiving it? Why cause this whole shitstorm if you're not going to protect? If you're protecting them anyway.
If they asked him to waive it, they're leaving him unprotected. Otherwise, don't waive it. There's no need.
Okay, so someone said, well, I'm sorry, Danny Boy, if that's what you meant. But at the same time, if the price to keep Jake Allen was too much that you've asked Carey Price to waive his no movement clause, because the price to keep Jake Allen was what rumored from Seattle. That was a huge ask.
A second or a third draft pick and a top prospect, or a second or a third draft pick and your first round pick. That was the ask.
To keep Carey Price, they may ask for Caulfield.
They may.
I'd give that.
They may. You're right.
People will go. You know what? I would love to see the reaction of that. To keep Carey Price, it costs you Cole Caulfield. What? This would be a complete split fan base because as many people love Caulfield, there's just as many people love Price.
I go to the Bell Center myself, and I take Marc Bergevin myself by the neck, and I take him out of the office, and I throw him out.
I stand there with my foot on his back, holding him. I got my arms around.
That's such a royal screw up if that happened that he doesn't deserve to be in hockey.
You would need Shamir or myself with you to accomplish that feat.
I don't care. Then you're flying down here. And Shamir's driving in, and we're doing this. Seriously.
Price ends up maybe Greg, that's maybe why Weber and Nap,
And
why these
I
Weber
guess
rumors come out.
I'll run your show when you guys are all in prison.
Well, maybe Weber decided, maybe he's going to decide to retire.
Fanbase.
I could see Weber saying, okay, I'm going to retire.
And
I go to prison,
like
I
I
need a
said
cast
earlier,
iron bat.
maybe this Bergevin said how emotionally draining this was. I guarantee you Price had just it was emotionally draining for him.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Weber, same thing for him. Maybe that's why this is all happening. Everyone's like, you know what? We gave it our best shot. I got nothing left.
We're taking
That
the cameras
could be
with
what's
us.
happening here.
Joel, we're taking the cameras with us when we do it. Don't worry about it. And I don't think you have to worry, because if I do that, the news cameras will be there. Don't worry about it. I'll be all over
it'll
the
be
news.
Rick pulling Rick pushing him out the door, and me pulling him in the door. Like, I'll be trying to hold him in.
2 YouTubers were arrested today in Montreal.
And the show that
one claims his innocence as he was there to help.
And then it'll come out, 2 other YouTubers were also arrested, each from the opposite ends of the country. As they find out Pete and Delaney joined me.
Yeah, they can pick to know if he's not protected. He's a free agent, and Montreal can still protect him. But I have a feeling
unrestricted free agents, if they are protected, cannot be signed early by Seattle like all the other UFAs could potentially be signed. So if you see a team protecting a UFA, it's just they want that little bit of time not for Seattle not to have that opportunity. I guess. If it makes sense. No judge would convict me. No judge here in Montreal would. That's for sure.
Joe Habs, that may be true.
Do we allow
But
guests
the media?
to come on the show? We do, but we're almost done here tonight, so no, it would take too long for that to happen. Or so, but we do in general.
Joe Habs, that may be true. This may have just got leaked to the media today. It may have happened on the 13th, where Price.
Is Joe Habs talking about the Tard? Because
no, he's talking about media is doing its job.
He likes to talk about Tards, though, just so you know who you're talking to.
The deadline to waive the no movement clause was Tuesday, July 13th at 5 p.m. It's just the media doing what is paid.
Somebody
to do.
asked a question about that made sense to me, and I forgot. I didn't get a chance to put it up. But why did that come out now that he waived his? When this should have come out a few days ago, a couple of days ago?
Because how often does anything come out of Montreal before it fucking has to?
True. And they probably wouldn't want this coming out too much.
No.
So that's probably what it is. But
I'll give Montreal credit. The Habs organization is probably one of the best organizations in all the sports in shutting down leaks.
Because
not very much leaks out of Montreal.
This is the cooperation between the freaking media and Montreal that we complain about, and it's the reason why there has to be a French guy, GM and coach, is this cooperation. And so, they get things shut down when they don't want it out.
It's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing for that, but the other thing is, but you got to give something to get something, right? That's how it works.
We're gonna treat you. We're gonna pull you guys through the ringer. But
all right. So listen, we're at 90 minutes. I don't know. Should we go a little longer? Or you guys got more to say? What?
John? Yeah, because everybody in the world just found out about this, other than the people in the know on the 13th. Every NHL fan just found out about this, like literally. How long have we been on the air?
The show
literally came out like 15, 20 minutes before we
came out at 8:30, a little bit before 8:30. So
was that long ago? So of course we're gonna have a reaction to it now. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, Jesus, come on.
How many people we got in the chat?
Did you know on the 13th that Carey Price waived his no play trade clause? Because if you had known, you should have put that on Twitter, and you'd be blue checkmark today.
Yeah,
come on, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
Fuck.
this only just came out, so that's why.
Jack, why are you getting so worked up, buddy?
Well, it's like, oh, it would have been known on the 13th. Why are you talking about it now? Because we all just found out. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously.
Not everybody out there is very bright.
Okay, well, we'll stick around. You guys, we'll stick around. The thing is, I don't know.
230 people. There's not 230 people.
Well, there were. No, they're dropping because I'm talking about leaving. But if we don't leave,
208
right now.
Most ever.
There were. No, there were. We were at 200 and
hit the thumbs up, people. Hit the thumbs up. Tell me I'm an asshole. I don't care.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Hit the thumbs up even if you're on the way out, and subscribe and ring the notifications bell if you're new here.
Wow.
I want to talk about
hate mail goes to Rick in the link, and he'll forward it to me.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
I read it all. I read it all.
I have other
on the toilet though.
I have other things to talk about, but I think they pale. They kind of pale in comparison to the news about Price. This is the problem, right?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Bring it, baby.
Well, okay, but I mean, look,
I can be boring.
Who will we lose to Seattle? Well, we talked about it. We're going to lose Price at Price.
Oh, we don't
more
want to do that
right?
all over again.
We can drop about anybody else, but if
we're going to sound like TSN,
Jonathan, they're not taking Jonathan Drouin over Carey Price, right? Really?
I would.
I doubt it. So the protected lists aren't
sure
really out.
Would.
The expansion draft and the protection lists aren't really out, so we can talk about them, but we don't really know till tomorrow. We talked about Danault a bit. We can talk about Danault and Shea Weber. That's the other stuff I had. You want to talk about that? Do you guys want us to continue talking about Price, or do you want to talk about Weber? And
I have one quick thing.
That's what she said last
our
night.
Captain last year.
Delaney, I just want you to know that's what she said last night, but I didn't want you to know that. Just have one quick thing. No?
He's very quick.
That's I didn't say anything bad. It's a joke.
Well, we could actually pay attention to more than the chat than just the criticism and see what people are saying.
Okay,
we could do that.
So go ahead. What are you picking out? Anything? You got anything?
Well,
let's go. Let's
talk. To say something. Let Delaney speak.
I got something that hasn't
Screw
come
that
up.
guy.
Delaney,
who was our captain last year?
I was.
You were?
Shea Weber.
In my mind.
Could this be the torch?
Everybody.
I haven't heard, but
if Weber's
he's not playing next year, will that make Gallagher the next natural captain of the Montreal Canadiens, fulfilling the prophecy?
Here's the question asked.
Let him talk, Rick.
No, because I want to ask the same question. Hey, it's my show. I want to ask the same question, but I want it to be for people to understand. If Weber does not come back next year, even if it's just for a year or he retires, who does everybody think is the next captain?
That's a great idea.
Wait. Delaney says something about.
No, I'm going to cut him off too.
What's this about a prophecy? That I don't know about.
I quit. No.
Hey, listen. I waited for you like 3 nights for a video. So you can't quit on me. No, what's this about a prophecy?
So well. No. That's a great idea you have, Rick.
Oh, I love you guys.
I thought of it myself. I'm going to go with Brendan Gallagher.
But what's this about a prophecy? You said it'll fulfill a prophecy.
Everybody knows that Brendan Gallagher is the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. I just think it's a natural.
For the next captain, I do
too.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's going to be Gallagher if Weber's not back.
You see his face during the playoffs. That's a captain's face.
Peter, you got one vote there. Peter got a vote.
I'll say this about it. If Weber is still on the roster and there's the he's going to come back, whether it's the next year, then you can't make Gallagher the captain. They'll go with no captain for the year.
Yeah.
If it looks like Weber's not coming back, I still think they wait the season and then do it the next season, and it'll probably be Gallagher. Who else would it be?
Nobody. So you're
saying
I think it would
be either Gallagher,
we're in agreements that Gallagher will be the next
Petry's the
captain.
only other guy you can
I
make.
was going to say Petrie. It's either
Petrie
Gallagher
too.
or Petrie.
Yeah,
No, it'd be Gallagher.
it's gonna be
It's gotta
Gallagher.
be Gallagher.
I'd lean towards Gallagher, but you never know. They might throw it out there and
Gonna be
give
Gallagher.
it to.
Going to be Gallagher. And I'll tell you why it's going to be Gallagher. They've got a history of this kind of a small guy. I mean, look at Henri Richard was a captain.
Gianta.
Ivan
Gianta.
Cornway. Well, no, but I'm just talking
yeah.
about. No, wait a second. Richard and Cornway were both captains, and character-wise, and that that never say die attitude. Those guys had that. I'm not. No, I'm going back to these two particular guys because they had the same kind of thing that Gallagher has, and I think that's the reason you go with Gallagher. Just right there, he's a throwback to that small, tough Canadians.
And Gallagher may be the last man standing here too. Like, how do you?
Yeah, he's going to be the
How do
captain.
you? Yeah. And so RPM, we went how many years?
One
after- there was a while there we went without a captain. We had
No, but I don't
3
disagree with
assistants or
him.
4
I agree
assistants.
with him. I think he'll get the interim captain. If Weber's going to miss the whole year and come back, I think Gallagher gets the interim C for the year.
I still don't think you put the C on him, like the actual on his jersey.
I don't think Weber would mind at all.
I think if Weber has any say in it, he'll probably recommend the likes of Gallagher.
I don't think Gallagher would do that. Really, I think he would respect his captain. And
I think he
not
would
wear the
accept
C.
it. As long as Weber said he's fine with it, I think he would accept it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you think actually?
We can have-
now that
we can
you
have
said
piss
something like
contest if
that,
you
Jeff,
want.
do you think? Do you really think that Gallagher would want the captaincy? I mean, with captaincy, you get a lot of responsibility and shit. Maybe Gallagher doesn't
He's
want
doing
that.
it anyway.
Yeah, he
He's
would want
talking
it.
to the media every night anyway. So what's the difference?
He's the captain in. I'm telling you, he's the right hand man for the captain.
I think the problem would be just his own, because I don't feel like Gallagher's the type of person that's a me guy.
No, he's not.
Right.
Never
So
has been.
I would think if Weber's still a part of the organization and there's still a chance of Weber coming back at any moment, whether it's 10 months later or 4 months later or whatever, I don't think he would wear the C.
No, if Weber's
I feel
back,
like he's loyal. He'd play loyalty.
What if Weber
if
says
Weber's
to him, "It's all right. I want you to wear the C while I'm gone."
I don't think he would.
They'll go with.
I
they'll
think
go
he
with
would.
like 2 or 3
I disagree.
assistants.
I disagree. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's my show, so I'm right.
You can disagree all you want. But at the end of the day,
You're wrong, all you.
I love
at the end of
that.
the day,
That
Gallagher's
should be a
gonna turn
rule.
around and
No,
he's
no,
gonna say,
listen.
you know what? I don't want it.
No, this should be a rule from now on going forward. What I just said. I think that should be a rule. I like that.
Blow me.
No tyrants.
Delaney already quit. Look,
Yep.
we're
I'm
looking
gonna quit here
looking
in
at
a
his
minute.
wall.
You're gonna
Delaney's
lose
been walking
both your
around all
posts.
night. Delaney's
You're gonna
been
lose
walking
both your
around all
posts in a
night.
minute.
Delaney needs to take his Adderall
the
or
munchies.
something.
I know.
He's got the munchies.
Walking around all night.
Yeah.
He's at his parents' house. He's at his parents' house with his daughter. That's why. So he's doing daddy, and he's kind enough to actually be on the show. So I'm just having fun with you, Delaney. Don't
No,
go.
Delaney.
I guess Angela. Whoa! Breaking news: Angela Price just made a post saying, "Don't worry, guys. Things will make sense soon."
Things will
wish we
make
could-
more sense soon.
Go Habs, go! I wish
Okay,
you could link,
next
but you
hour-
can't. Sorry.
Next hour. What the hell does that mean? That changes everything almost. Maybe. Hey, Wolf Beans, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you out for a while. I just noticed you out there. Nice
Maybe,
to see you out
maybe
there,
it
buddy.
means they already have a deal in place to keep Price and what we've talked about. I just hope that this price isn't too steep because I think that'll piss people off more than if Price left.
You better repeat that for
Anarchy.
Delaney. You better repeat that for Delaney.
No, I'm sorry, but that's still vague enough. Look, Delaney, Angela Price just tweeted, don't worry, guys, things will make more sense soon.
Angela, so you're saying there's a chance? Yes, Franco. That's what she's saying.
Franco's got it. Yeah,
I love Franco. Franco's my favorite.
Deletes it. Doc, look at him. He's pale as a ghost.
So that changes like a lot. That really that puts another twist here. Hey, this is like if you like Agatha Christie, this is better than Agatha Christie novel.
This is National Enquirer. We've been talking for almost 2 hours.
This is crazy.
Oh
that puts a new twist on this whole thing.
I'm missing a great dessert for this.
How many people we got in the chat? Are they still actually listening to us? Well, you guys realize we're all fucking idiots, right?
Hey.
Listen, wait. Okay, listen. With a critical mind, what could be? How could it work out where we could end up with Price and Allen not being taken, both of them not being taken?
Montreal gives up whatever ransom Seattle wants. That's we're at their mercy. It's a ransom game.
Okay, but there's something missing from the equation, and that is this. I like Jake Allen. No, it's not worth it. There's other guys.
Maybe because of Price's contract, the ask is less. All I can say is I don't know how you turn down Carey Price. He's going to sell 1 million fucking jerseys in 2 weeks if he's
Carey Price. It's a no-brainer.
Is there another reason why him waiving his no movement clause could help them somewhere else?
Trade?
No, but then why would she say, don't worry, guys, if there's a trade? I mean, it's still he's leaving, if that's the case.
Yeah,
this is very confusing. Listen, this is very freaking confusing, that tweet.
Oh, man, be confused.
It's very deep.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look for Angela. Who was it? Was it Go Habs? Who was that?
Panathenia is saying there's no.
Is that his wife?
Angela Price.
Can you tell me where I can go look for that? Go Habs go. Tell me in the chat where I can go look for that, and I'll send it to Twitter. Rick, and then he can show it on screen.
It'll be on Twitter. I think
nothing on Twitter. Hockey Kid says there's.
Is that Price's wife?
There's nothing on Twitter from her.
Habs Reddit. Reddit's. She. If it was Instagram or something, I would believe you. Habs Reddit.
Habs Reddit could be wrong.
Angela Price using Reddit.
Habs Reddit could be. That could be wrong. Yeah. Reddit.
Up for nothing.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying it's not true, but if that was the case, she would have that on Instagram, Facebook, or something.
On Instagram for sure, and Twitter.
No, you ran out of one things.
Because she's on Twitter. She's on Twitter, so she would put it Twitter and Instagram, not just Reddit. Reddit would be the last place, maybe.
What was the last part of her tweet or whatever? Was seriously, this is all going to make sense, or?
Oh, don't worry, guys. Yeah, this will all make sense soon.
Because it doesn't matter if he goes to Seattle. They lose, Weber retires, Montreal's officially rebuilding, then that makes sense. So you can read into that any way you want.
No, I'm high too, but I don't agree with you.
I'm high too. I hope that's not an insult, man, calling us gossip girls.
Who's that?
Fuck.
Who the hell's that?
Where's that?
Nelly.
I saw it there for a second. We have no mods in the room? What is going on here?
We got is that a Polish name? Skolowski?
Yeah. I don't know who he is.
No, it's
time out for him.
It's a lot of fun, but
I mean he's not wrong.
Okay.
Maybe he was making a joke because I was talking about National Enquirer. That might be it too. Gossip Girl.
Let him come back and
National
explain
Enquirer.
I'll
I'm
apologize.
testy tonight. I'm testy. My favorite player.
I'll blame it on
might
you.
be leaving, and then I'm gonna have to break my daughter's heart in a few days, and I'm not prepared to do that.
Greg went on her Twitter account and said there was nothing like that. So this didn't happen.
I'm on her Instagram and I don't see anything. I see her at the beach with her kids.
No, so we don't have to change our stance. I don't think this actually happened this tweet.
It's not true. It does not exist.
This is a.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not true. I'm an idiot when it comes to Instagram. The reason I don't use it is because I don't understand it.
Well,
That's 'cause
Like,
you're in
just
the
show me what I
Gulf
want to
Vale.
see.
it's on Instagram story. I don't have Instagram. I can't. I can't check.
Myself
This
and
is what's
Peaches
showing on
kinda
her
follow each
Instagram
other.
story right now. Good morning from the beach. Then she's talking about her daughter and her ballerina. Like,
Okay, but I don't want to see that. You got to take that off of there. I don't know if there's any copyright with that.
No.
It's on Instagram, so
it's Instagram.
She says,
There's no
okay,
copyright.
Greg says it's in her IG story, but I don't think it has something to do with hockey.
I'm showing her IG story right here live.
Yeah,
Look,
so
there
it's
she
in
is.
that, but that means it doesn't have anything to do with this. So this is a false alarm. It's a false
Unless
alarm.
she has another Instagram. She may have another Instagram. I don't know.
It could have been a fan.
Oh,
account
Mr.
too,
Mitch,
though.
I'm sorry. If you're friends with him, I'll apologize when he comes back in then.
Who's that?
Mr. Mitch says the guy I kicked out there was talking about Angela being a gossip girl.
Oh,
But he said gossip
Sorry.
girls. That implies the four of us, I thought.
do you want me to? Hey, Tyler, do you want me to
Last
put
time
my
I checked, I
Packers
wasn't a
helmet
girl.
on?
It was Jeff's fault anyway. He told me to do it.
It was my fault. I got triggered.
Yeah, Jeff's fault. I'm blaming it on Jeff.
Sorry.
So what is that? Does that change where we?
Yeah, that's what I'm on, Greg. I'm on. That's what I was looking
Whoa.
at, and I don't
Whoa.
see it in her story.
What were we talking about when that happened? Expansion draft?
Well, we were thinking about shutting the door. We were thinking about going off air.
No, they asked me. People asked me not to, but now
People
I'm fine
asked
with
us
that.
not to go off air.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours. It's not really.
You're number
past
one.
this. There's not a lot of benefit past
Number
this.
one.
I'm not doing. I almost did the voice, and I'm not doing my version of it because I will get in trouble.
Why?
So we're not
If I
doing
say
that.
You can do it. If I say you can do
Yes.
it, you can do it.
No.
Yes,
Everybody-
Greg.
Everybody,
Don't worry about Caulfield, Suzuki, and Romanoff. They're ineligible for the draft. It's on her fourth story.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look again. Maybe I'll only watch 3.
On the fourth instance.
is she on a Washington
Well,
Beach?
that
or
seems like it's farther. It can't be then. Today is. It would be your
11
fourth
hours
lady.
ago,
The lady, just keep talking, buddy.
37
Eventually
minutes
you'll be
ago, got his own 500th time.
The lady.
We need that
frozen?
shark music. No.
Oh, there it is. It is there.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
And-
I didn't get a
and-
screenshot in time.
I don't want to see it on here because it might be a. But what is it say? Like, is it about this? Don't play porn. That sounded like porn.
That sounded like
That was her. It was Carey Price's daughter. Jesus.
Oh wow!
Well,
Wow.
we wouldn't think
You don't know
that.
what kind of-
screenshotted it.
See the screen.
You don't know what kind of sick porn Delaney watches, okay?
Leon watches.
It does.
Just check my DMs. Don't worry, guys. Things will make more sense soon. I guess then that's probably about
28 minutes ago. 28 minutes ago. I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
Go ahead, go.
It's still vague. It doesn't. It might
say
imply
anything.
it'll make more sense when it's explained. Maybe they're going to explain it properly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't his wife from out that way?
Yeah, she's from
She's
Washington.
from Washington. I'll be back. My dog
And
needs to
how
go
many
for pee.
times have we done what the woman wanted us to do?
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
I want to raise because I'm the only one that has not left this screen.
I haven't.
I'm sorry, I
haven't
have
either.
to be a dad.
Well,
Yeah,
you have
raise
to
me.
be there.
You get a raise when you outlast me.
That's not fair.
How's that? Oh, okay. You know what? I'll double what I'm paying you now.
I want
You know what?
quintuple.
Will we make the same amount?
I'll
He
triple
bet.
it. I'll triple what I'm paying you right now.
I want quintuple.
You got quintuple.
Then
How's
you're
that?
asking for Jeff money.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh,
getting
I
the
want-
same money. Everyone gets the same money around here. No worries, man. It got hot in this room. I gotta tell you. Whew.
Well,
you know
because
what?
you got excited.
No, you know what's happening to me? I just realized I'm having a hot flash. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
them every now and then.
Going through
It'll
It'll go away in a
menopause.
minute. It'll go away in a minute. I'm sweating bullets.
Menopause.
No, it's called
Is it dark back there for you guys yet?
it's called andropause for men.
No, I would call it menopause.
And
With two M's.
that happened a long time ago. For men, I think it happens earlier. Anyway, it's a hot flash. No, I'm not a woman.
Hot flash.
Men have it too. They don't last long for me, thank God. It's hot here. All right, everybody enjoy watching
So,
me have a hot flash. I'm dropping like flies. So I don't know, how does this change? I don't know if that
We're
means
getting
anything.
boring now.
yes.
It's 2 hours.
Does it?
One,
We'll wait till
like-
Jeff comes back.
I do have a. I don't think Dano resigns now.
You don't think Dano resigns?
That's what I mean.
What are
Like,
the chances they get fucking Carey Price and Dano? Where does he suck, man?
It wouldn't suck.
What do you
It's
think?
exciting. Just think of all the change, all the money we have. Come on. Try to look at the positives. Don't think of the negatives. Look at the positives here. Free up all that cash. Sign
No,
some
Wolf
great
Beans, it's
players.
not. Wolf Beans, I guarantee you that's not the reason why. I don't get hot flashes.
What happened to Harry? Why didn't Harry should have came on with us?
He could have, but I didn't send him an invite. I didn't
I
know if
thought you
I'd
only
be.
had
I didn't
space
know
for
how
four
many would be
anyway.
on. He can't come on if there's 4 of us. He can't. He
I
can't
would
handle
have
5.
not to let Harry come on.
Then we wouldn't have had your
Shamir.
great personality.
Shamir's in the chat. Shamir, come on.
Shamir has an invite. He can come on.
Come join us, Shamir.
Can Seattle
I would
take
love
you
to
as
hear-
well? No. I mean, they can make a
I want to know, Shamir, is there a tier? Is there a tier right now? Is there a tier?
I don't get it.
Just starting to trickle. Well, he's a big Carey Price fan. Like,
Oh, wow. Chris,
I mean, I am too. Like, I'm
Chris
I'm
says
everybody is.
Chris says let Delaney talk.
Exactly. Let Delaney talk. I've been trying to
What
say
does
that
Delaney
for-
have to say?
No, first off, I don't think Dano resigns. I honestly do see that this is the anarchy that Jeff was talking about earlier. It's going to be a pretty much rebuild. I think getting their ass kicked by Tampa honestly woke them up and go, you know what? Next year we don't get out of the division.
Well, listen, if you got $31 million to spend, you're kind of in a rebuild a bit. Aren't
That's
you?
it. You
Isn't
can't
that
call
funny?
this you can't rebrand this. It's a rebuild. If you're
Shamir
getting
says
rid
there's
of
a
Price,
waterfall.
you're losing one. What do you call it, Weber? Then if you're looking at Dano, yeah, you got a lot of money to throw at Dano, but if you give him too much anyways, you're gonna be like, we
No.
got all this and we got rid of them.
Either way, you can't overpay.
So I
go
can't
Habs
see
go.
him.
Can you? Oh, sorry.
I think
I'll
if
let you-
Dano was going to resign, a player like Dano would have had this deal done. And Montreal gave him respectable contract offers. So if you didn't resign them and take them, I don't see the writings on the wall there. It seriously makes sense that
None of
they're
this-
tearing it down.
I don't know if any of this makes sense, but yeah, I guess.
Angela Price said, "Don't worry, guys."
That it will make sense.
Yeah.
And letting Price.
So all the dollars are going to be gone. There's just going to be a few cents left.
Exactly.
Well, that's kind. I was just gonna say this is what Go Habs Goes said. Go Habs Goes comment. I want him to elaborate on. Is that
Put it
what
up.
you mean?
I'm gonna put it up. Give me a sec. I'll put it up there.
Please elaborate. I don't understand what you're saying, but it sounds like something. I'm not
I
thinking
understand
about.
what he's saying. Seattle, they have a deal in place. Seattle takes Price. then trades him back to Montreal, retains some of his salary, and we give him back picks. I don't think just picks, but I mean that's what he's saying.
So we lose a couple of
Maybe.
Why are they retaining salary for picks? That doesn't make sense. But yeah,
it's one of those things like
that'd be awesome.
But they trade him back for Caulfield.
No, it makes
that'd be awesome.
It makes sense.
Why?
Because they're not going to take a goalie from Montreal, although they do theoretically. They ship him back into Montreal, retain some of their salary, and gain a bunch of picks. They have to meet a cap minimum. So
I don't think they're going to have any issue.
They're not going to have any problem reaching cap minimum with some of the players that are out there with the contracts that they have.
But they can afford to take on some salary and to take on a bit of money and get more players to invest in your brand new team makes sense.
But we lost Pete. But taking on salary for 5 years, I don't know.
I'll be right back. It's not you guys. I gotta go get my dog. She's barking.
Yeah, you can't.
They retain a part of that salary, though.
Yeah, okay. So say say it's 10.5, right? So say they trade him back, they retain 2.5. They got to retain that 2.5 for 5 years, the rest of his contract. That's a lot. Yep. For picks, for just picks.
Hey, if they throw in a first round pick, and that guy
for just picks, I don't see it.
Why you do that, Timmy? Why you throw me in the garbage like that?
Sorry, you want to see how I did it? I didn't do it. You did it, so don't tell me.
No, I was just sitting here laughing, and all of a sudden I'm gone bye-bye.
Your phone dropped it. Your phone dropped it.
My phone's a piece of shit.
I can't. I mean, I imagine I can kick you off that way. I can take you out of the room, but you went away, so that's not me.
Yeah. No. First, Jeff blanked out. You went black, and then Delaney went black, and then I went black, and then Rick went black, and then black.
It's your phone. Your phone went
black. But we were here the whole time.
No.
Your phone went black.
Theory.
You know what they say?
With me.
You know what they say? Once your phone goes black, you can't go back in.
Oh, well, I'm back in. Back in.
I guess I lied. What's our goalie duel next year? Allen and Primo? No, Primo I don't think is ready, so I don't think that's it. We don't know. We don't know. If Angela Price
we are going to know shit until Wednesday, folks.
If Angela Price is prophetic, then I don't think Carey Price we're worrying for nothing. If she's not, I don't know. It's vague. What she said is still vague. Don't worry.
It might not even be about that. I mean, I can't say.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. It's 11 o'clock here. It's light there. How?
Oh, isn't that nice? Look at that.
It's indecent, Pete. It's indecent.
Isn't that beautiful?
He gets picked up by Seattle. He can't say nothing till Wednesday, till they have the big unveiling or whatever. But she's pregnant, and where he's getting towards the end of the career, it just makes sense that Seattle pick him up.
Ooh, no, she can't be pregnant again. She just had a baby, didn't she? I mean, not that it can't happen. It's just
it's long enough ago because she could be pregnant now. For sure, it's long enough ago.
I have two cousins exactly 1 year apart.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you ever see siblings that are 9 months apart?
Yeah,
I have
Irish twins.
9 months apart.
Irish twins.
My wife,
and don't forget,
I got nephews like that.
My ex-wife's sisters, two oldest, are 9 months apart.
With
so
all
my
this
nephews,
been going on,
but
Carey's
they're called Irish
been
twins.
Pretty busy dipping the noodle.
Yeah. Yeah, cold winters here in Quebec, you know.
And here comes Shamir. Shamir joins the chat. Sorry, Shamir.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So what are we to make of this? Is there a conclusion we can come up with? Because it's almost 2 hours. We're gonna go.
In conclusion, Montreal are on a rebuild, and Carey Price is going back to the Pacific Northwest. And it's going to make sense because she's going to come out and say, yo, bitch, want to move.
That could be, but I don't think so.
I wanted to go home. Everybody's about making their wife happy.
Basically said that. I basically said that earlier. This is a way for everybody to save face.
So, in conclusion, I think we have no choice but to wait till tomorrow for the protected list. And then we got to wait till Wednesday to see what happens. But tomorrow we'll answer a little bit more of the questions.
If price is going Wednesday, you're going to know.
Yeah. So, So I wouldn't
You're not going to commit suicide, are you?
No, everybody sleep tight. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. We'll find out more tomorrow. And once the protected lists are out, I'll probably do a video on that, obviously, with all that's going on. So,
put Matt's comment up because I want to elaborate on that.
As I'm saying goodbye, you want to elaborate?
Yes, I do. I'm in charge. No.
All right, boss.
It's not really a rebuild if you are going to go with your young guys that everybody's so in love with, and you get rid of the older guys, and you bring in more younger guys so that team can grow together for the next 5 or 6 years. Like, yes, it's a rebuild, but maybe that's
a retool.
The plan is.
That's a retool.
Mr. Norton.
But it's not really a retool because everybody that we got, like this young core that everybody's in love with, is only a couple years in, right? So maybe that's what they're thinking. It's like Delaney said earlier, like maybe they realize we're not going to do so well in the Atlantic Division. We got our ass handed to us by the Lightning. Well, I don't really necessarily believe they got it handed to them, but
I think you might be right there.
5 games.
I think that's an actually good point. That this is a way to, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, to attack the problem.
Think like a newfie, Matt.
And they might be realizing that they need to do a little more to be able to get out of next year, out of the division. It's going to be tougher, and they got to be better. And this is a way for them to get better up front.
And you know that Carolina are going to be better next year. I mean, it's going to be a tough division. No, Carolina's not in our division. Never mind.
They're not in our division, right?
Yeah, I just remember that. Florida.
We're going to find out. All right.
But Primo, I guarantee you Primo's going to be here in a year or two. So, here's the thing. Like, even if they have to force him in there next year, the biggest thing is you want a young goalie playing. If it's Jake Allen, then Primo's going to get probably half the games. So he's playing. Is that a bad thing?
No.
We'll find out.
Oh, and you're paying Allen. Some would argue that you're paying Allen some pretty good money to sit on the bench for the amount of time that he does.
He's making less than $3 million next year, isn't he?
Yeah. 2.35.
So, he can sit on the bench half the games, no problem. Yeah. And that's what he's used to the last few years.
For 2.35, it's fine.
All right. At the end of the day, guys, think of all the money that we're going to have in a few days, quite possibly. It's glorious.
Well, plenty to talk about. All right, so we're at the limit here. So
no, we want to keep going. You can leave.
No, it's a 2-hour stream already. We're already at 2 hours, guys. Already at 2 hours.
2 hours.
So we're at the okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. I guess the conclusion of this is we're gonna find out more tomorrow, and we don't have long to wait till the answers are there because the draft is, thanks for the speech, Joe. The draft is on Wednesday, so we'll find out, and just like hold on to your what's it say? You know what the saying is, buckle up. We're in for a wild ride, I think, this off season. It's going to be exciting. Going to be some changes, it looks like, and So I want to thank everybody, even the man in black there, smoking the cigarette man. What show?
Welcome to Clown World, boys.
The Cigarette Man. What show?
Don't know.
Scully and Mulder?
Mr. Invisible or something? The Invisible Man has a smoking guy?
What was the damn name of the show? I don't remember the damn.
X-Files.
X-Files. Cigarette Man from X-Files. All
There
right.
you go.
All right. So listen, thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. It was a good conversation on a subject that just came up out of the blue half hour before we went to air. So it is what it is. We're going to find out in the next couple of days what's really going on. And as soon as I know something, I'll come out with a video. With the protected list come out tomorrow, I'm sure I'm going to do a video on that because we'll know a little bit more. So hopefully you guys will look for that. I want to thank everybody new who was here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Thumbs up on your way out if you had a good time. Subscribe and ring the notifications bell. And that'll get you more videos like this notified when that happens. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next one. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Exciting times ahead.